Hello everyone and welcome, my name is Naodline and today we have another Age of the Ring cast. Today we have, once again, Nidhoggr, this time playing as Gondor, against LeckLerck, playing with Mordor. So completely different contrast this time. Instead of Isengard and Rohan, we've got Gondor and Mordor. But the same strat is applied, slaughterhouse, slaughterhouse, farm, farm, to start with. Now, are we going to see similar strategies to last time, where we have Nidhoggr going for his barracks right next to his first farm? Yep, we will. And we have once again him preparing his third farm. And the same is happening with LeckLerck this time. So he's not going for an aggressive strategy like he did last time, where he threw a farm down into the corner and then went for a more aggressive playstyle. This time he's going for the Orc Pit next to his slaughterhouse, which is pretty much how you play on the Fords of Isen, unless you want to try and be aggressive and sneaky, which for some factions it works. Rohan, I don't think so. So here we see some Lamadon clansmen. Because Mordor is not known for their cavalry superiority, Lamadon clansmen do seem like a good idea. And if he's not going for the Warglairs, I guess there's no point in going for the Linhir Spearmen. It's better to focus on that. Because the Linhir Spearmen are 50 resources more expensive than the Clansmen, and the Clansmen are better against infantry as a whole. See another forward slaughterhouse coming up, and the first unit of Orc Warriors has been released, and a second Orc Pit. This is a trend I'm seeing a lot with Mordor. Going for fast, cheap Orcs seems to be the way to do it, which obviously makes sense. So we've got the Lamadon clansmen meeting the Orc Warriors. The Orcs are so weak, there's not even a point to putting them on the defensive stance, so always keeping them on aggressive stance, it looks like. So it gives different things for each unit. I did not know this. I'll endeavour to remember this in the future. The only real difference is that archers gain less damage and lose more armour. And then we've got another unit of Lamadon clansmen going for the Orcs over here. And the first unit of clansmen have made it all the way around into the enemy base. Oh, and a second barracks. So no archery range to start with. I guess against Mordor you don't need an archery range because they haven't got any early tier monsters like Misty Mountains. They don't have cav, so going for Lamadon clansmen seems a bit more efficient than going with Linhir Spearmen, as I mentioned already. And it seems like they're just completely ignoring the layers. They're not worrying about that in the slightest, and they're just going against each other. So what have we got for powers? We've got the Orc Horn that has already been blown for the forces of Mordor. Not over here, though. And the Horn of Gondor. Okay, it looks like a bit of a mirror going on here. But the Lamadon clansmen are succeeding. They are a lot more expensive than the Orc Warriors, so you know, you would think they would be a bit dumb if they weren't winning. But with the superior numbers of the Orcs, they might start pulling through. Power points are about even, only with slight disparity in Nidhoggr's favour. Mostly because he has been dealing with the Orcs in the area. Resource-wise, it looks like LeckLerck is slightly more in the lead, because obviously the Orcs are much cheaper. Although he looks like he's saving up for maybe a hero, or he's just saving up to get more Orcs, or he's just focusing on everything else. Oh, we've got some forward slaughterhouses down here, but Nidhoggr has not advanced much further than where he has currently. Oh, here's his first unit of Linhir Spearmen going down for the Warglair. Got to clean out the space so he can build another farm, a good idea, and he's also building one there. Let's go out into full camera view again. Makes you wonder. So LeckLerck again looks like he's saving up some cash. He's still spamming out the Orcs, and once the Orcs get into a large enough horde, they deal an extra 50% damage. And if then they can get to level 2, they deal an extra, 25% damage? Yeah, so that's 75% damage, additional base, plus 25, that's 100% extra damage. That's the Eye of Sauron damage from BFME 1. But yeah, these clansmen, they're about the same speed as the orcs, but the orcs seem to be catching up to them on their hind tail. It's not good. LeckLerck is really pushing out of his economy. He's really being useful with that. Oh, but Nidhoggr is going to soon find out that he has a rival in the economy game in the north. And it looks like Nidhoggr has been pushed back severely, although Gondor is known for one thing, and that is that they can defend much better than the orcs. And in time, I'm sure that will show. And yep, despite LeckLerck's current situation where seems to be winning, once the orcs get surrounded, it's not long before they die. Because unfortunately, if they can't do enough damage to the Linhir Spearmen and all those units on guard stance, they're just going to heal and rebuild themselves, and it's not going to be a good time for anyone. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not... That is a horrible thing to see. All your orc warriors going into the Warg lair and just getting trampled down brutally. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Still only going infantry, no archer range yet. Although we do see the stables coming out, so he's going to get those nice, cheap Pinnithgalen cavalry. Horn of Gondor has been blown again. Is it called the Silver Trumpet? It is not. It's called the Captain's Horn. Oh, we're starting to see some pikes in the centre. Was LeckLerck anticipating the cav? Maybe. Maybe they said something in chat that made him think, okay, we might need to start going for some pikes now. So yeah, it's an all infantry game right now. No archers have been brought out. Oh, but those Linhir Spearmen reaching level 2. They're so close to level 3. And once they do, that's a lot of armour. That's going to make it difficult for anyone to kill them off. Oh, we see a Nazgul for LeckLerck. And both now seem to have even power points. But as I said, if you allow Gondor time to sit and do stuff, it's not going to be good for you. Especially if you're only going to continue to spam orcs. Although with a Nazgul, that can go out and clean out the wargs quite nicely. But here we go to see the Pinnithgalen cavalry. Instead of going into the front line because of the pikes, they're being used to harass the back line. Oh, and the builder got spotted. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Nazgul on his way to try and stop them, but the cavalry is just slightly faster than the Nazgul. The riders of the Green Hills are too swift. And now, Nidhoggr has got the marketplace up, so he's getting a ton of economy increases right now. Oh, and here comes the archery range. Probably just building it now out of necessity, out of the fact that if a troll lair was to be brought out, he would not have anything to deal with them. Nidhoggr is now pushing out the enemy into LeckLerck's base. We see the Nazgul pushing in, making a bit of a dent into the enemy line and getting out before he can take too much damage. The Black Breath ability being used to dramatic effect, but all these units on guard stance is just too much for LeckLerck to deal with. Oh, and there's a second Nazgul now. Nazgul are very powerful heroes. Heroes that are on mounts are actually really good in PvP. Because you can, if you're quick enough, you can actually do some really big damage to the back line. Oh, and we do see there are some archers. Oh no, that's from the Garden of Athelion. So we see the Garden of Athelion coming out, so that's even more ways of bringing down the enemy, removing all leadership, and they give stealth for. Oh yeah, all ally units become stealth when in the forest. That is it's not as good as Tainted Land in my opinion, but it is still really good. Nidhoggr once again pushing out onto the sides, bringing out more farms and a blacksmith. He's got his first blacksmith, so he's going to use that for his upgrades later on if it lives long enough. But it seems like LeckLerck, he has a plan in mind. He must have a plan. The Nazgul coming up to try and attack the Pinnithgalen cavalry. Oh, we got a level 3 Nazgul now, so he can use Screech. Best thing about Cav, for when you kill them off, they are big power gains. Oh, those poor Black Orcs running in. So did he upgrade the barracks then? Yep, he has upgraded one of his barracks, two of his barracks to level 2 and is starting in Black Orc Marauders. Does that mean we're expecting Shagrats? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, we have the Slaves of Nirn for the tier 2 power for LeckLerck. That is probably the safest choice, going for economy over anything else. But will these Black Orcs suffice in this battle, or are the Laminan clansmen still too strong to be dealt with? Oh, Nazgul forced to retreat, and we see Fall on the Fats on his way. So now we have Nidhoggr throwing out some Lasarnak Axemen to counter the Black Orcs, which is a very reliable counter. They're only 427 with a well out. So 450, they're slightly more expensive than the warriors of Cirith Ungol, but they also get armor at level 3, which makes them very efficient. Oh, and look at all that. This Gondor and LeckLerck is really a mess. I always forget that the Gondor and LeckLerck also gives these Rangers of Aphelion, and they're cutting down these Black Orcs with two hits, and that's a Black Orc gone. That is nasty. Oh, but we see a big clump of orcs charging in from the south with some Black Orcs to destroy some farms. Pinnacle cavalry are coming to intercept, and without any pikes, it looks like the cavalry would succeed, but it looks like they're retreating. There must be a plan for that. Yep, bunch of Black Orcs now. Seeing a bunch of Black Orcs. That's a level 3 slaughterhouse that has been used the Slaves of Nirn on, so that's a 300% increase. So what normally would be about 40 is going up to about 195. 95 resources a tick. That's a whole Orc Warrior and a half. But it looks like he's now trying to transition out of using Orc Warriors and going into Black Orcs, which is doing really, really well. Oh, with this Laminan Clansman army. The Fiefdom army stands strong, not even needing to worry about any upgrades. This is something I've noticed about Nidhoggr from his last game as Isengard. He did not need to go for a single upgraded unit with... Oh, that was very loud. He's got Wraiths on Wings! Wraiths on Wings! Wraiths on Wings, precious! Oh, LeckLerck. Well done. That is actually terrifying. That just cleaved through the entire enemy army of Nidhoggr. That is going to take a long time to repair everything that has been lost here. Black Orcs cutting through everything in sight. Very good against structures, it would seem. Even though it says strong against pikemen. But yeah, that extra damage. And the Wraiths on Wings this early on without any archer supremacy is a big problem. That's just going to cut through his entire army. That's a lot of resources being taken out with just one power. Now, Nidhoggr is close to his tier 3. He could go... With the Gondor and LeckLerck, you can go for either the Western Wind, which is a freeze effect and everything gets speed. Or you can go for the Sons of Earl. Although I think... that might not be a bad idea, because all these Black Orcs are a bit major threat. There we go, we've got the tier 3. Well, we've got enough power points for tier 3. Is he going to go for one yet? Oh, we see the Haradrim Palace, or Eastling Encampment even, because they're not going to be Haradrim Palace for much longer. Yep, there we go, the Sons of Earl, the Earth of Earl even, coming out. We do have some pikes, but unfortunately they are Orc pikes against fully upgraded Rohirrim. And look at that. Cut a bloody line through those Uruk-hai. As strong as the Wraiths on Wings was for LeckLerck, the Oath of Earl did almost as much damage in just one charge. And now with Lasarnak Axemen and archers, we see an advance. So what's the plan with this Eastling Encampment? Is he going to go straight to tier 2, or is he going to go for Variags? I typically don't like the Variags. For an incredibly expensive unit, they don't do it enough. Especially considering just a tier 2 Orc Pit. can give you black orcs, which also get the horde bonus, it just makes them better. Oh, a tower has been placed up here. That I was not expecting. Okay, we see here the bows of Morthond throwing themselves into the fray. The Knights of the Rohirrim cutting through the black orcs. There's enough for another tier 3 power. He instead goes for the Wraiths of Mordor, and he's gathering all evil to him. Oh! Is he going to go straight for Cataphracts, perhaps? Perhaps he's going straight for Cataphracts to cancel out the Lasarnak Axemen. And obviously the archers. But yeah, he's gathering all evil to him. He finds a builder. He's going to kill that builder. Revenge for the other builder that was killed by those Pinnefjell cavalry. Morgs in the front line. The Garden of Ithilien is a very good defensive power, as well as aggressive, because it can hold a position. All the land powers seem to be really good at doing stuff like that, except for the Shroud. Oh no, the Shroud of Spears doesn't class as a land power. It's something else entirely. Oh, we have Forlong over here being surrounded by some of the Haradrim warriors. But they're running away because they're trying to take out this level 2 farm before we can get to level 3. Not a bad idea. These farms don't take nearly as much time as LeckLerck's bases do because of the Grand Harvest and siege materials. So a little thing you might not know. Once you have a market, if you increase the resource production of a farm, it also increases the speed at which it levels up. Oh, do we see another tower being built here? Or is that just a... No, that was a wall hub to try and protect it from the Nazgul. That is a fair play from Nidhoggr. LeckLerck going for the... Oh, he's going for some very risky upgrades while also trying to keep up his spam. Will it be enough? The Nazgul's still just running through them. There's Lin here, Spearman in sight though, and one of the Nazgul almost gets cut to ribbons. Oh, that was a risky move. There's Pinnefjell cavalry on the chase. If Nidhoggr reacts fast enough, he could actually use this tower to shoot down the Nazgul. Oh, but no, the Black Orcs are too busy getting rid of that. Do we have any more powers coming out for Nidhoggr? No, he is unfortunately falling behind on the power department. That massive cut down from the Wraiths on Wings has really allowed LeckLerck to just push out everywhere. Slaughterhouses, he's got another Orc pit out in the front line, which he's probably going to use to bring down some more early farms. But we see some more towers being thrown out, trying to protect the farms. Not a bad strategy, although one that could also be doomed to fail if LeckLerck goes for what I think he might go for. I think right now he's a bit preoccupied dealing with this army right here because he is about to lose his Great Siege Works, which he already invested a lot of money into. It's a shame to see a building fall when it's only in its infancy. Oh, and now we see the Knights of Gondor in their wedge formation, which gives them extra damage and crust deceleration, which is actually good. Really, really good. It means they can just cut through everything that isn't a pike. And it looks like Nidhoggr is actually starting to come back into this. Still not building a single tier 2 structure other than the stables for the Gondor Knights. To be fair, you don't really need anything else with Gondor for most of the game. Because all your fiefdom units can get at level 3 arm, they just get free armor. It just makes it so you don't have to ever consider early upgrades into Anorian units. Although seeing the Anorian Knights is a nice change of pace. Oh, the map of Sauron has now come out though. Have we got any more heroes for Nidhoggr? I don't think we do. He's only gone for Forlongs so far, which is a good thing because he gives nearby fiefdoms extra experience, which by the way means they can get their armor quicker. Oh, Knights trying a bit of a scuff charge, but charging into the Easterlings. Oh, that was nasty. That was a nasty charge against an incredibly expensive unit. Oh. Looks like Nidhoggr is saving up for his tier 4, the Return of the King. All the messengers are Monway. I forget which. Wait, no, Earth Air's on the left, so he's getting the messengers of Monway. So to counter the Wraiths on wings, he's going to get 4 Eagles. Not a bad decision. But yep, these level 3 slaughterhouses no longer are bait for cavalry, so these knights, unfortunately, getting left behind, are going to get cut down. And yep, they can try to escape, but I think their end is inevitable. That is unfortunate for Nidhoggr, although his army is still very much alive. But now LeckLerck has gone completely into the Black Auroch spam, which I 100% would sponsor. And going for Easterling Archers in the back. A very nice, powerful unit. And if they get their barbed arrows, are possibly the most glass cannon archers in the game. I think only maybe Rangers of Aphelion could be called slightly more glass cannon, because they don't get any armour, while the Easterlings can. Oh, we see here an advance from Nidhoggr again, using Spearman and the Sonic Axeman. He's no longer going for Lamondon Clansmen, because the Sonic Axemen are just so much stronger, and they're also good against buildings, making them a very, very good choice. And the only reason he's still going Spearman is because of the Nazgul. If the Nazgul weren't a threat anymore, I think he would go full Sonic Axeman. Once you get Forlonged, the Sonic Axeman is such a good choice. Easterling Archers lost in the middle of a war. It's unfortunate. But here we see the fires of Olodruin. Where's he going to throw that down? Oh, we see he's starting to upgrade his archery range. He wants to get those elite archers. Oh, what the... The Messengers of I completely missed the Messengers of Monway destroying LeckLerck's base. I knew it was going to happen. But damn, I did not think 4 Eagles on their own could destroy the fortress. I was not expecting that. Oh my god. Oh no, LeckLerck's lost the same way he lost last time. He's lost... Well, no, actually no. He's lost the same way he beat LeckLerck... LeckLerck lost his fortress the same way he beat Nidhoggr's fortress last time, with an incredibly powerful tier 4 power that can just devastate a fortress. That is very unfortunate. I don't think he can recover from that unless he saves up his economy. But with the Eagles finally gone, it still could be anyone's game. He has not got a fortress, so he is not gaining any powers, which is going to slow him down because he wants to save up. And if he can't keep up the spam, then Nidhoggr is going to go very quickly and efficiently push through and claim victory. It's unfortunately, it's a catch-22. You want to do one thing, but you can't do it unless you do the other thing. And if you don't do the one thing or the other thing, you lose. Yeah, I'd say this is checkmate for LeckLerck again. A very good game on both sides, but unfortunately, yep, the Messengers are Monway. That destroying the enemy's fortress is just too important. You let the fortress fall, and it's all over. Unless you have the economy to rebuild it straight away. So that was another great game. Thank you, Nidhoggr, for giving me the replay. We've got 2 more of yours to go through. I will be going through them shortly in the future. Hope you've all enjoyed. If you have any replays you want to see on the channel, or any suggestions of any kind, just let me know. And I will see you all next time. Farewell.